in College Station, Texas. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the LSU Tigers and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Running inside, it's Owens. Works ahead for a couple, they'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to the run. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Here's Reed to throw. Puts it out of the air. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, it's the first 3rd down of the game. You can't execute it any better than that. Really nice job in protection. Good job by the QB finding the open man. Nice route, and it's an explosive play early for this offense.
The Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Give to the running back. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7. Now facing a 3rd and long. The run inside. It's Owens. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality and the ground.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to pass, it's Levin. Grab near the sticks, it's Brown. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. Here's a give to Durham. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Back to the ground with the running back. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. In these rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to throw, it's Levin. Ryan's his big tight end. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Handoff, Caden Durham. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. LSU lining up first and goal. On the ground, it's Durham. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they're having none of it.
On the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, LSU. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Reed. Got out of trouble and throws. Out of the backfield, he's open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Caught behind the line. It's it's Horton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama, big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route 80 yards and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch in this Aggies offense, especially the passing attack. Still going to be tough to stop.
Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Quarterback keeper. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Edwards. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
4th down, Reed. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
And the Aggies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Reed pulls it in. It's Owens. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Reed. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. This defense rises to the occasion, and now deep in this game, will they send out the field goal unit or go for it on 4th and short? The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And here comes the field goal unit. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You've got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Second down, he'll throw it. Keeps looking downfield. He turns it loose to the left. It's caught. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 20, he's got space. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Caught. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Tigers spin their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And the field goal unit is on the field. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. A delay of game penalty like that just riles up the defense even more. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Levin. looking for the goal line. Touchdown, LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking for a crease, it's Owens. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin with a look at Kansas taking on the number 21 team, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And it's the Jayhawks, who are faring well right now in their quest to turn this season around. 2-3 would hardly be 5-0, but if they can close this out, they've accomplished something. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Across the 45. Here's a little room there. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got some room, it was over. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This is a huge drive for this offense, down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game. That's reeled in. It's Riley. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. First down here for the offense. Quarterback may change this route. The run inside. It's Owens. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Throwing Reed.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. From the gun on third down, Reed. Got his man down the middle. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Caught in the backfield. It's Craver. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. The 30. He's at the 20. And with the pick six. Touchdown, Tigers.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead.
LSU 28, Texas A&M 3.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. On the move at the 30. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Pocket breaking down. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Aggie. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. With the catch, it's Green. Breaks into the open. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
17 on the play. Good enough for first down.
New set of downs after the completion. To the air, it's Levin. Under fire. And they got it.
They're going to need more of that. They're down multiple possessions today. They need to create negative plays. They need to make plays behind the line of scrimmage, and finally they come away with their first sack.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Durham. Finding some room. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19.
Number 20. Set to kick this one off.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Reed to throw. Finds his man. It's Edwards. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
That last connection left him a little short of the first down, but in perfect spot to attack on second and short. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
He's got it on the right. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Making side adjustments here. Running inside. It's Edwards. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the third quarter. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Quickly out to the tight end. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Reed to throw for it on fourth. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. You always here, run the route deep enough to get the first down. But if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Hey, listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
Reed. That's caught. It's Edwards. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. The freshman running back being attended to. We hope he's able to get back in the game shortly. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date. The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to keep it in the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Forced out of bounds, a good pickup there on the ground.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop. And that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
They want to run it left here. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. In the red area, it's Durham. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Here's Durham one more time. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try to hit the sideline on the jet sweep. And they get him down. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down.
Blue 22, blue 22, Schroeder.
Motion from the wideout. On 3rd down, here's Durham. Nowhere for him to run again, and now 4th down is going to be a tough one. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Splits the uprights. Good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Reed. Got it behind the line. It's Owens. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Throwing Reed. Grabbed over the middle. It's Craver.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Here's Reed to throw. Pressure coming. Gets away to his left. Quarterback got it himself. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. A&M comes back out with another 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Unleashes one deep. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Play clock was down to 2 seconds, but they call a timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Caden Durham again. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. With the clock running, this should be the final play. On the direct snap, it's Durham. Got a little grass. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. They get the win there.